Hi, this is Tom. Welcome to my channel. So I'm going to show how to build a web app that has this structure. So this structure is, I call it a learner app. So it's got an accordion structure where you can drill down. So I'm doing this with Rene Girard and scapegoat theory. So the idea is you have an author and a concept that you want to learn for the author. Then you can work with the AI about how thorough you want this to be. This one I did is very, very thorough, but you can make it, simpler. Just work with the AI about how deep it should be. So I did a view page source like this, and then do Control A, Control C to copy the code and bring it into Gemini. So I brought it into Gemini. Here it is, and I clicked on Canvas, and I said, please make it previewable. So here's the code, and then at the very bottom, please make this previewable. That's all. Clicking the Canvas button, and then it built this, and this takes a few minutes, 3 to 5 minutes maybe. I didn't time it. Probably about 3. Seems like longer when you're staring at it, but it does take it a little while to build this so you can look at it. And so here we've got a version that is, you can see how it works. And so it's got about for 5 subsections for each of these, and each of these have 3. And the way I have it set up is I always have 3, but you can change the numbers as you wish. And here, it just turned out to be 5 for each. So we got 5, so that's 30 times 3, 90, so a little less than 100 points. And then it's combined with the quiz section. So it'll create a quiz to show you can test your knowledge on. There's 9 sections, and so there's 10 questions for each of the 9 sections. So that's how this is working. So I'm going to change it. I'm going to have it do it for Einstein's theory of relativity. So can you switch the content for Einstein's theory of relativity. Okay, I'll put simple, not general. Okay, and simplified version first. Enough for 2 sections of 10 questions. So I think that should be clear enough for it to do it. We'll see what it has to say. And so it's going to use the same UI here, and then just build up a similar app that's using Einstein and the theory of relativity, and the testing section will have 2 sections of 10. So the purpose of my video here is I just wanted to show 2 things. One is this particular app. I like it a lot, and you can adapt it for whatever you want to use for just by going. I'm going to give you the URL in the description of the video. So you can just go here, do a right mouse, view page source, and grab the code and give it to, I like Gemini a lot, but O3, it would work no problem for ChatGPT. And in Claude, both, I don't know about Claude and O3, like being able to display it the way that Gemini does. I think it would be too big for Claude. Might work for OpenAI, but even if you can't display it, the same technique would work, which is you just give it the code and ask it to adapt it. to what your new idea is. And the way that I'm doing it here, this is a good approach to just come up with a small version, and then you can, build it up bit by bit. But here it looks like it's finishing up. All right. And so here we've got the two postulates of special relativity, the first principle, okay, the laws of physics are identical in all inertial frames of reference, etc. So you can go through each of the points, and then we got another one on the consequences, and this is a nice little app here. Okay, and then we go down to the quiz part. It says, what does inertial frame of reference mean in special relativity? And so I'm going to go with this one. Oops, I should have read more quickly. And anyway, a frame where objects move at constant velocity unless a force acts on them. Okay, that's a better answer than the one I saw. All right, so what's the second postulate? Let's see. Actually, I don't know. I didn't go through the course, and it's been too long since I studied this. Let's say, I'm going to say this one. Let's go with that one. All right, good. Anyway, that's an idea of how it works. And I hope you enjoyed this. And just once again to reiterate how the steps involved, very simple. Go to this URL, which I'll give to you. Do right mouse, view page source, grab the code, you can do Control A, Control C, go to Gemini or your AI of choice, paste it in here, and then I just said, could you switch it to my new idea? And I said just 20 quizzes, enough for 20 quiz questions, and it did it. Did everything perfect first shot. And then, you could develop it from there as you wish. Okay, thanks for watching, and until next time.